Welcome to the video of the instructions for programming Weinor controls. Here you will find everything out about the limit position setting for both Becca and Zomfi motors, and all about programming our BiConnect control system. Motor limit setting for Zomfi hardwired motor drive. Firstly, I check the direction of operation. I turn the test lead to find out where the direction of extension and retraction is. I then press the WT button until the awning shunts. I then press the retract button until the awning shunts once. I then move the awning to the required end position, but have the opportunity to correct this here. I then press the retract button briefly for less than a second. The awning must not move during this process. I then press the WT button until the awning shunts once. To save, I press the WT button until the awning shunts once, and I now check whether the end setting is correct. If I wish to delete the end position, I press the WT button until the awning shunts twice. Please do not release the WT button during this procedure. The end position has now been deleted. Programming the limit position for Becca hardwired motor drive. Please turn the test lead switch until you know where the direction of retraction is. Move the awning to the end position and press the WT button until the drive clicks. The end position has now been set and must be saved by retracting the awning completely. The end position has now been saved. End position checked. We will now delete the end position. Move awning to the central position, press the WT button and the retract button. Release the WT button for approximately 1 second and then press it again. The awning acknowledges this with a double click. The end position has now been deleted. Please disconnect the awning briefly from the power supply. Please press the rear program button to enter programming mode. The awning goes into programming mode and acknowledges this by running in and out. The top button is the retract button. As soon as the awning retracts, press the retract button. The awning will acknowledge this with a brief stop. Press the bottom button as soon as the awning extends the next time. The awning is now fully programmed. To program the tempura heating, disconnect the heater briefly from the mains power supply. Select the channel and press the programming button. In this moment, the heating will go on and off. This means that the heating is in programming mode. Press the retract button as soon as the heating goes on. The heating will acknowledge this by going off briefly and then on again. Press the retract button as soon as it goes on again the next time. The heating has now been programmed. To program the LED light, please disconnect briefly from the mains power supply. Proceed as follows to programming in the light with the combination receiver. First, select the channel for the awning. Please press the programming button on the rear side. The awning goes into programming mode. Press the retract button while running in. The LEDs will now go into program mode. Choose the channel for the LEDs and again press the programming button and wait until the light goes on. I press the retract button when the light goes on. Wait until the light goes on a second time and then press the extend button. In this case, the hand transmitter is still in combination mode, which I can see when the light circle around the stop button rapidly flashes in orange. I end the combination mode by pressing the stop button for 6 seconds. The awning and light are now ready for operation. Deleting the hand and wall transmitter. Press the programming button and all 3 buttons on the front side for 9 seconds to completely delete a receiver and a handset. In this case, the receiver will be completely deleted. This also means that a second and third transmitter would also be deleted by the receiver. Introduction of the BiEasy sensors. The Agido motion sensor, the Lumero sun sensor, a sun and wind sensor 230 volt, a sun wind sensor solar, and a sun wind and rain sensor. The sun wind sensor 230 volt has a programming button, a sun button and a wind button, and the sun and wind detection monitor. The sun wind sensor solar also has a program button, a sun button and a wind button, and the sun and wind detection monitor. The sun, wind and rain sensor has a water sensor, a programming button, a sun button and a wind button, and the sun, wind and rain detection monitor. We do not need a twilight detection monitor. Please remove the protective cap of the wind sensor after installation. The sun sensor also has a program button, a sun button and a no sun button, and the sun detection monitor. The Agido sensor also has a programming button, a no wind button and a wind button. And the wind detection monitor. Programming and deleting the sensors. Please disconnect the awning briefly from the power supply. Proceed as follows to program in the sensors. Provide the sensor with power. Please do not touch the water sensor. Press the programming button. The awning goes into program mode. Press the wind button while running in. The awning acknowledges this. Press the sun button while ascending. The awning has acknowledged the command and ended the learning mode. Please remove the protective cap and blow into the wind sensor for test purposes. The wind LED now lights up and the awning retracts. To delete the sensors, please press the sun and wind button simultaneously for 9 seconds. The sensor has now been deleted. Programming the Agido. Please disconnect the awning briefly from the power supply. The Agido is programmed in the same way as all the other sensors. Test the Agido by shaking it. The awning must now retract. Switching the Agido from bidirectional to unidirectional. In this case, we have a bidirectional Agido. To delete, press the no wind and wind button simultaneously for 9 seconds. Remove the batteries. Now keep the no wind button pressed down and insert the batteries once again. The Agido has now been set to unidirectional mode. Proceed in exactly the same manner to switch the Agido over to bidirectional mode again Only this time press the wind button when you insert the batteries. Thank you for your interest. In case of difficulty, please contact our service hotline.